You are welcome to yet another episode of HN What's Your Say? The #1 listening show, where we discuss real issues with real people like you. We are still featuring R. Kelly. Real name Robert Sylvester Kelly. Also known as the R&B King. In the wake of R. Kelly's legal ordeals, we saw Timothy Savage, who is also the father to one of R. Kelly's girlfriends that goes by the name Joycelyn, leading a campaign against the R&B King. Tim Savage always seemed the leader of the anti-Kelly racket, holding the mic and introducing the rest at press conferences. At one point he is seen introducing a Santi McGee and whispering something into her ear, advising her on what to say. Tim Savage literally knows every other accuser like he was R. Kelly himself. What is rather weird with Timothy Savage is that even though he appeared to be the one pressing the hardest against R. Kelly from the beginning, he doesn't really have any case against the R&B King, and he knows this. It's even so disturbing to see that his family also took part in the Surviving R. Kelly documentary. In fact, the Savages are top on the list among the people who caused the docuseries to lose the intended value, showing up for no cause whatsoever, and yet contributing so much to the defamation strategy against the renowned music icon. We want to believe that Tim Savage, who is still blaming R. Kelly for the disappearance of his daughter until today, knew her age at the time she first met with the R&B King. And if he does know this, we are confident he knows that she was actually 18 years old and very legal on both state and federal standards. Also important to note, the only grievance, or call it record, of alleged bad conduct he has ever mentioned about R. Kelly was that his daughter had to ask him when to eat and when to go to the bathroom, allegations to which he even has no proof. Irrespective of the fact that these were simply house rules to create order in a celebrity's residence, Tim Savage can't even prove that these events took place. Nevertheless, he continues to badmouth the R&B King, forgetting that the reason the daughter is not returning home is the disappointment she got when her father chose to team up with government against R. Kelly, and in the process of running his mouth ended up making conclusive comments about her health status, something no sensible parent does to his daughter. So before blaming everyone else but himself for her missing woman of a child, Tim Savage ought to reflect on his own previous actions and make good with not only R. Kelly but his beloved daughter too. And maybe if Joycelyn will find it in her heart to forgive him for his careless screeching, she may return home and reunite with her family. It's interesting to learn that the ringleader of the anti-Kelly enterprise, who mobilized others and spearheaded the campaign against R. Kelly, doesn't even have a case against him whatsoever, and that he is the only one among several accusers who is finally leaving the stage with completely nothing to show for his vendetta with the R&B King, simply because, unlike others, his daughter knew well she had no case against him and chose to stick to the truth thanks to her. After being thrown out of the Trump Towers and that altercation she had with Azriel, Joycelyn Savage had two options. One was to return home and, like Azriel, have her parents influence her to lie she was 17 and a half when she met R. Kelly, and hope to have a share of the restitutions like Azriel to finally buy her parents the dream life they claim they left behind when they moved to Georgia. And the other option was to stay away from the intoxicating parents who had chosen to work with the government against R. Kelly and give a shot at living a peaceful life away from them, which she did. By staying away from her parents, Joycelyn chose peace over violence, she chose modesty over greed, and she chose the truth over lies. This is an adult woman who simply made her choices and decided to live by them. It's therefore pointless for Timothy Savage to go around blaming her whereabouts on R. Kelly, who is currently locked up in a medium security prison in North Carolina and fighting for his life. For God's sake, R. Kelly's music was muted and he has no money. His communications are now more than limited. He can't make calls casually, and if he does, they are recorded. How can he be responsible for Joycelyn's disappearance? If Timothy Savage thinks her daughter is missing, perhaps it's time he files a missing person report with the police such that they can look her up. But to be everywhere on television and on social media blaming the R&B King over the disappearance of an adult woman, one who has been making her own choices for her past 9 years, now 27 years old, is not only a waste of time, but also a demonstration of how people have been lying on R. Kelly over the years and getting away with it. According to Galatians, I don't like the way Timothy Savage is trying to make it appear as though R. Kelly and his daughter are such an item that he has to be the one keeping her. He ought to know that we don't trust her daughter either, even though she decided not to place charges against R. Kelly. There is no way she can claim to love and support a man yet not defend him to the fullest. Her word would have counted if she had endeavored to tell the world the good things about Kelly, and how the other women were simply lying on him, but she didn't even lift a finger to help. Teresa McGee Jones says, "These delusional people were in cahoots to finish off the R&B king, but thankfully they all got caught up in their lies." Timothy Savage thought that he could get Joycelyn to flip on R. Kelly like the Clary parents did Azriel, but thankfully, this malicious plan failed. Joycelyn chose to stay out of trouble and stick by her man. I think it's high time Timothy went somewhere else to make his millions and left R. Kelly alone. He needs to stop dragging his name into his beef with his own beloved daughter and allow him fight for his life without any such distractions. According to Rob Sancho, of late Tim Savage's talk has been very confusing. At one point he is blaming R. Kelly for the whereabouts of his daughter, and later he is saying R. Kelly is not 100% guilty and trying to make it appear as though he is a supporter. I guess with the new trend of things, he now knows R. Kelly could be coming home anytime soon and is therefore trying to save face and act like he is on Kelly's side. He definitely knows, just like we all do, that when Kelly comes out he will take the industry by storm and is now trying to take his side, but I am sure the R&B king will see straight through this dude's BS. We await to see how all this unfolds.
I want to make sure that Joycelyn is alive and well. I'm not getting that. What I'm getting is somebody controlling her. She may be on some type of drug. She may be in a space where she can't even do nothing, but depend on somebody else for something else. She may be in a situation where she can't even talk for herself. I just want to make sure she's fine. And I'm calling out not just, like I said, it's not about Rob. I'm calling on Chicago police to investigate this. I'm calling on the FBI to investigate this, because I don't know if my daughter's living right now, and I need some proof of life.
If you wish to take part in a live interview on this channel discussing any of these topics, let us know by emailing us on sashahnnewsroom@gmail.com for scheduling. That is all we had for you today on HN What's Your Say. To keep updated whenever we post a new video, subscribe to this channel now. Also remember to hit the bell icon and enable notifications. And feel free to share your opinions with us in the comment section below, and let us know if you would like us to publish your views in our next release. We value all our subscribers' opinions.